for us tonight. Ev.
Rick and Sharon, the worst of it is happening right now. We're looking at snow all through the northeast, multiple inches, between 3 and 6 inches. Again, this is a nor'easter. Offshore, we're also dealing with coastal flooding and severe storms off the water right there as well. You're going to see green and yellow right there, meaning that we're seeing heavier rain in these spots right here. But it's mostly snow, a little bit of rain, snow mix. Again, expecting up to half a foot. Manhattan already getting snowed in, some amazing pictures coming in there. But again, this is the worst of it as we speak. We are dealing with plenty of snow, blizzard conditions, wind, and also coastal flooding as well. We're going to take it to the west coast now. We are looking at a storm here at home as well. Of course, nothing of that magnitude, but we are expecting showers in the forecast in the next couple of days here. As we get a look at radar, it's nice and clear for us tonight, but we are dealing with a wind advisory. It kicks in at midnight and it lasts through 3 a.m. on Saturday. You're going to see for spots like the Apple Valley, Hesperia, Indio, Victorville, so up in the mountains and the high desert, we are looking at this advisory, and we could see windier conditions to come with the storm. We're going to see very gusty northwest winds eventually turning to the north to that offshore pattern by the time we head into your Sunday. Winds right now pretty calm. The Apple Valley, though, up at about 10 miles an hour. Lancaster at 13. Westerly winds coming in. We are expecting fog tonight and a cooler forecast, increasing cloud cover, a chance of drizzle, followed by a chance of rain and even a chance of snow. We'll break that all down for you coming up in just a little bit. Rick and Sharon, back to you.
I think the other.
I mean,
She's here.
She's here.
You got me. I went to the chroma key. What was I thinking?
What's
What
the
were
chroma
you
key?
thinking?
The green screen.
Yeah,
What's the green screen?
That thing over there.
So people know there's a big green board of
right.
wall that she stands at when you see the map.
When I do the weather, yeah.
We'd asked to turn the cameras, but everything's set, so.
Yeah, but
So
I'll be
sorry.
there in a minute. So.
We were talking like during the break about the weather this weekend, and there's a football game Saturday
Yep,
that
USC.
SC's playing.
Woo!
But weather-wise, there's some rain, but the weekend might be spared.
The weekend should be spared. So Saturday is a little chilly. I know we were talking about the USC game. Sharon, I know you were thinking about going out to the beach, doing a hike. We've got great weather for that. Sunday's going to be really nice, lots of sunshine. Rick, for the game, which I'm trying to get to, the SC game on Saturday, it's going to be chilly. Bring a sweater. We're talking temperatures in the 60s. Do you know when the game starts? You know what's going on this weekend, so you can make your plans and plan around the weather. Until then, though, we are dealing with cool conditions, cloudier conditions, and a chance of rain. Currently, temperatures in the 50s and 60s, 60 in Pasadena, 57 in Wrightwood, 62 in Anaheim, 64 in Laguna Beach, and 62, that's for Santa Monica. So you'll see cooler with drizzle possibly in the forecast tomorrow. We're expecting a thicker marine layer, so that could produce some drizzle. We're also expecting that chance of showers to materialize late tomorrow night as that low pressure trough swings through here. So the main timeline will be tomorrow night into your Friday. We're going to break that down on Futurecast coming up in a little bit, and you will see snow levels very low, dropping down to about 3,000 feet, and that's going to be possibly in the Grapevine and the Antelope Valley. So at this point, doesn't look like we'll see a whole lot of it, but there is a chance. And you'll see 71 degrees. That was the forecast high earlier today. We were still below average for this time of year and continuing to stay below average over the next 24 hours. Low clouds, morning drizzle, partly cloudy by the afternoon. We're well below average. We're at 67 degrees tomorrow. That's for downtown. Same thing goes for Riverside, Irvine 68, and Oxnard 65. Lancaster squeezing out a 70-degree reading for tomorrow afternoon. As we get a look at Futurecast for your clouds and rain as well, you're going to see overnight we're expecting more cloud cover. We're also looking at a few drops of rain. Just looks like drizzle by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then by 12 o'clock, that's 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, starting to see more rain or drizzle for that matter. So the clouds are really going to start to take over, and we could potentially see again rain, drizzle in the forecast, and that will continue through Thursday and into your Friday as well. A quick look at your 5-day forecast. You're going to see drizzle possible, a chance of showers, drying out by Saturday, more sun by Sunday, and warming up by your Monday. Rick and Sharon, back to you.
Thanks, Evelyn.
Oh, we really can't complain. We certainly don't get nor'easters here on the west coast naturally, but we are dealing with a pretty cold storm that's headed our way, and we're expecting rain and maybe even a little bit of snow with this one as well. That was just a shot of Santa Monica. We're dealing with a bit of fog moving in. We could see some patchy drizzle throughout the morning and even throughout the day tomorrow. Radar showing you mostly clear conditions out there, but we are seeing that fog, especially along the coast. We're also eyeing a wind advisory. It's not in effect yet, but it's kicking in at midnight for the mountains, for the high desert as well, and it's lasting through 3 a.m. on Saturday. We're expecting very gusty northwesterly winds ahead of the storm, and after the storm passes, then we're expecting the winds to shift to the north, and things should change weather-wise by the time we get there. Until then, we are dealing with breezy to even windy conditions in some spots. Lancaster coming in at 13 miles an hour, those onshore winds, 11 miles an hour in the Apple Valley right there, and a little calmer, of course, Burbank at 4 miles an hour and Santa Monica currently at 8 miles an hour. So temperatures currently in the 50s and the 60s as well. You're going to see 60 degrees. That's for downtown, 62 in Anaheim, 58 in Riverside, and 61 in San Bernardino. A little cooler today, and it will continue to cool down over the next few days. Remember that chance of drizzle lasting through tomorrow, then a chance of showers kicking in late tomorrow through your Friday, and we're also expecting low-level snow by Friday night, late Friday into Saturday. Gusty winds of the Grapevine, potential snow in the Grapevine, and maybe even the Antelope Valley as well. Doesn't look like we'll see a whole lot of precipitation left over, but whatever is left could potentially turn to snow. We're going to be breaking down more of that in Futurecast coming up in just a little bit. Rick and Sharon, back to you.
Evelyn!
Can you help?
I was dancing too, but you didn't see me, so yeah, great song, really cool that Lady Gaga did that. Love that. Giving back is a wonderful thing.
It is.
It really is. So speaking of the East Coast, we have been tracking the nor'easter there. We're going to continue to do so in the 9 o'clock hour. We are tracking our local forecast, tracking a bit of fog out there and maybe even some drizzle produced from the thicker marine layer. We're also expecting showers to kick in late tomorrow and a chance of showers lasting through Friday, but we could expect to see a little bit of it tomorrow afternoon as well. Snow levels also dropping down to about 3,000 feet. Earlier today, we made it to 71 degrees. That was for downtown. Average is 75, so we were below average, and we're going to be even cooler, actually, as we head into tomorrow. Over the next 24 hours, 50s, 60s, turning to the upper 60s by the afternoon under partly cloudy conditions. But remember, there is that chance of drizzle in the forecast across the board. Burbank 66, Ontario 66, Lancaster 70, and Oxnard getting up to mild 65 degrees. Taking you through Futurecast right here, you're going to see by midnight the clouds moving in, and then we're looking at some drizzle materializing into the early morning hours. Could see a little bit of a wet commute, maybe even a little wet out there by lunchtime tomorrow. Carrying on through the 4 o'clock hour, you're going to see some of that drizzle moving south, but it could be a wet day tomorrow, but not quite as much rain or showers as we're expecting into the overnight hours late Thursday into Friday. We're expecting some of that rain to last. You'll see 12 o'clock or so. This model in particular, not showing a lot of it, but most of the forecast models agreeing that the brunt of the showers are going to come in late Thursday into Friday, last through Friday, and maybe even getting some low elevation snow as well late Friday night into Saturday. Snow levels expected to drop to 3,000 feet, but the question is, will we have enough rain to produce the snow? If we do see the rain, we're going to have very cold air mixed in with the precip. That's going to cause snow in the forecast, and again, we could see snow through the Grapevine and potentially in the Antelope Valley as well. By Saturday, 10 o'clock, looking a lot drier for us and continuing to stay dry through the weekend, even a little warmer as we move through the rest of the weekend. In fact, by your Sunday, offshore conditions kicking in through your Monday, and we're back up into the 70s by next week. For the basin in Orange County, 60s turning to 70s, getting close to the 80s by next week. So temperatures back up into average, even above average territory. For the coast, a chance of drizzle turning to a chance of showers, drying out by Saturday, clearing out by Sunday. By Monday, warm temperatures. And for the mountains, expecting mountain snow, very windy conditions. Already looking at a wind advisory kicking in. That's at midnight through your Saturday at 3 a.m., clearing out and warming up by next week. Rick and Sharon, back to you. Well, it's pretty bad tonight, Sharon, and we're still looking at lingering snow tomorrow. Of course, check your flights if you do plan on flying out of LAX to the northeast at this point, because we are dealing with snow. We're also dealing with heavy rain offshore causing coastal flooding, very windy conditions in the area, and several inches of snow accumulating. Looks like the worst spots will be the Poconos, the Catskills, and western Connecticut. That's where we're seeing the most accumulations at this point. And again, the worst of it is hitting tonight. Tomorrow, just some light snow snow, but we're still dealing with snow tomorrow, and things should be a little calmer by the weekend. We're going to have your local forecast for Southern California. Chance of rain for us and snow. That's all coming up in a little bit, so don't go away. Back to you. And a chance of rain and possibly even snow entering the picture. We'll have your full forecast coming up. That's exactly right. Talk of rain, talk of snow, drizzle, and fog. We've got the works here in Southern California over the next couple of days. So let's take you outside to our Mount Wilson camera. You're going to see a little bit of fog out there and potentially looking at some drizzle into the overnight hours into tomorrow as well, ahead of that chance of rain. We've got a wind advisory going into effect at midnight, lasting through 3 a.m. Saturday. This is for the high desert, and eventually we could see more advisories kick in. We're expecting very strong onshore winds to kick in. Right now we are generally looking at onshore winds. You're going to see Lancaster a little windier, coming in at 14 miles an hour, in the Apple Valley at 10 miles an hour. Temperatures currently in the 50s, a few 60s out there, 59 in Pasadena, 60 in Anaheim, and 56 in Riverside. So it's cooler. We're expecting drizzle overnight into tomorrow. We're expecting showers to kick off tomorrow night, lasting through your Friday, with snow levels potentially dropping down to 3,000 feet by your Friday. So that does mean we could see snow in the Grapevine, and we could see snow in the Antelope Valley. Temperature 71 degrees earlier today in downtown. Average is 75. We were below average, and by tomorrow we're still well below average. 60s and barely getting to the 70s. Lancaster making it to 70 on the dot. Oxnard getting up to about 65 degrees. So you're going to see overnight into tomorrow, we're seeing a little bit of green showing up on Futurecast. What does that mean? Just some light showers, possibly some drizzle lasting through the morning and the afternoon, and then that chance of rain materializing a little later tomorrow into your Friday. So that chance lasting technically into Saturday morning, but we really are looking at a drier forecast by your Saturday, drying out, warming up, clearing out by your Sunday and your Monday. As we get a look at the valleys in the Inland Empire, rain in the forecast potentially through your Friday. Again, drier and warmer by the end of the weekend into next week. For the deserts, we're also looking at a much cooler forecast, a windy forecast as well. And finally checking in with the mountains, 50s turning to 30s with the potential for snow as we head into late Friday, with those snow levels dropping to 3,000 feet. Rick and Sharon, back to you.
All right, thanks, Evelyn.